Hello, everyone.
Hi.
This is Dr. Nelson from Central Florida. Today is December the 2nd, 2025, and this is the Kiltz Health live stream at 3 p.m. Uh, Let me go live on Instagram because this has to be done separately, unfortunately. All righty. So please let me know where you're watching from. I am in Central Florida. And where are you, Jen?
Freezing cold Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's beautiful, but it's freezing here.
All right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Jen's story of healing, uh, everything she has experienced since going carnivore, and many of the non scale victories that she has had, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So please put your questions in the chat if you have any questions, QQQ, so I can identify them quickly. And Jen, many people that are watching here probably also know who you are and have heard some of your story, but let's start with you introducing yourself and tell us tell us where you are and give us a little bit of a introduction about your story of healing.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, my name is Jen Mann. Obviously, everybody knows who Carrie is. I'm his wife. I started the carnivore journey over 600 days ago, and I am so thankful for finding the healing. I struggled with really terrible, bad migraines pretty much my whole life since I was 8 years old. And I went to doctor after doctor. They put me on pill after pill, and nothing ever helped. And I just decided 600 days ago, after watching Carrie thrive and watching my daughter Emma thrive on the carnivore diet, that I would try it myself. I was actually a vegetarian my whole life, so it was a little bit harder for me to jump on because I hated meat. I hated everything about it. I didn't like the look of it, I didn't like the smell of it, and it made me sick. So it took me a little bit. Of trial and error, I guess, to jump on. But since then, I have gotten rid of all of my migraines. I don't even get headaches anymore. I had really bad lymphedema in my legs, and that is about 90% gone. I can walk, I can run, I can stand for hours at a time without hurting. I feel absolutely wonderful. I'm thriving. I'm not tired anymore. I used to be like, Carrie, I need to take a nap, and he'd be like, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was physically tired all the time. So that's completely all gone. I actually have four daughters. First one was a singleton, and then I birthed triplets. Since birthing triplets, I've had the lymphedema in my legs. The doctors told me it'll never go away. They put me on medication after medication, and they said, there's never anything that's going to help you get rid of this water weight in your legs. And I wish I could go back to them and prove them wrong. Just be like, you need to start telling people about this way of life, because it's so saddening that they just throw you pill after pill after pill when there was actually a way of myself to heal myself. So that's me.
All right. Well, now I'm going to have to throw away about half the questions. You already answered them. But
Okay. Now you can ask.
but let was there any particular issue that was the most important health issue that you said, okay, I'm going to do it because of this particular reason?
Hmm.
Or as you mentioned, your husband and one of your daughters, well, more than one of your daughters had tried already the carnivore diet, but
Yeah.
was it just to do it with them, or was there any actual health problem that you had that you wanted to improve?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, my migraines were really bad, and the doctor said it'll never go away. And I struggled with that since I was 8. Um, but
So I'm
sure.
sorry to interrupt you, but how bad were they?
Oh,
Uh,
geez.
if you were gonna rate your pain
Hmm.
those days from 1 to 10, how much was the pain
Mm.
in that scale?
Yeah, so anywhere between, I would say, 4 and 7 every day, and I mean every day. It was either a headache, a migraine, some sort of ache or pain in my head area. It was pretty bad. So I would say between like a 4 and 8 maybe every day. There wasn't like, I'm sorry, the women, we get our menstrual periods, right? It wasn't just during that time. It was worse during that time, but it was almost every day I had to struggle with a headache or something that was wrong. So it was pretty severe.
So you are a mom of four,
Mhm.
married. You guys have a homestead. You have several things you do. How crippling were the migraines in
Mm.
regards to you performing
Yeah.
your daily duties?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. It was pretty bad, and I required a lot of help from my girls. Like, looking back, I'm like, I treated them more like, I don't know, more maybe like sisters or something, rather than my kids, like saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. Mom can't do it. Like, my daughter Emma was always so sweet. Like, if I was hurting, she would come in my room and like rub my head for me, or something, or bring me a wet washcloth or something. So it was pretty bad, because living on a homestead in Wisconsin, we have a lot of snow like we do now. I wasn't able to go outside and like shovel anything, or go and get the chicken eggs, or whatever the daily task was. It was very difficult to do, and I'm embarrassed saying it now that I wasn't able to do as much as I should have been able to do. It was everything together: the weight, the migraines, and the lymphedema in the legs, and just always being tired. It was draining me, actually.
You mentioned menstrual periods and hormonal, changes. Uh, Explain a little bit how those days were when you were having your what is it that you call her, Aunt Flo? Uh,
Yes. Yes.
when you were having those days
Mm.
compared to now.
Oh, geez. It's really like night and day. I thank you. I call her Aunt Flo. I don't like talking about periods or anything, but for the women out there that are still struggling, there is hope for you. It's night and day. It is a game changer. Like, I'm getting older, where I'm gonna go on like premenopause and all that. I'm sorry for the men out there, but it's true. So it's a little bit less for me, but it's definitely a game changer. Like, before, I would be struggling, I would be more in bed, or I would be more in pain, and now it's like it comes and goes, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay. I can still go do my daily things, or go to work like I'm supposed to, or be a mom when my kids need me." Before, it was 100 times worse. So it's like, I'm so thankful. It's just so much I have to be thankful for. Like I mentioned, it's the migraines, the lymphedema, the weight loss has been great, but that's not why I started. It was more seeing Carrie and the family thriving on it. And I'm like, I wonder what it could do for me.
I want that, huh? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you did start more than once,
I
and
did.
many people on the path to success have many failures before it. I mean, we just have to consider them part of the success path, right? So you started the carnivore diet,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a disaster, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, Tell us what happened.
Yeah, basically that's a good way to put it. Yeah. So, yeah, as I mentioned, I was a vegetarian my whole life. I'm not saying just like a couple years. I'm saying my whole life. Like, my brother, I have an older brother who always, like, he was the reason I didn't eat meat. He'd be like, "Oh, look at the plate," or there was like a steak or something on it. We didn't have a lot of food growing up, but let's just say there was a steak on it. He's like, it was like, he'd always say it was bleeding, or you killed it, or you hurt it, or it's still mooing, or as a kid, you really gets in your brain, and you really start thinking that. So kind of had it. I'm 40 something now, so it's like people are like, "Oh, get over it," but it's not easy something to get over that quickly. So I did. I tried it. I saw Carrie and he knew I was a vegetarian and obviously and he's like I looked at him one day. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. And he's like, try what? And I said, I'm gonna try this carnivore thing that you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, okay. He kind of laughed at me, but he believed in me. He's like, you can do it. What do you want? And I tried and I think the first thing I ate was a steak and I failed miserably. I mean, I tried it. I threw it up. I went in the bathroom. I was crying because I'm like, well, I can't eat this. I don't want to hurt these animals. And I starved myself for 2 weeks. I literally could not eat. I could not smell the food that Carrie was cooking. I would have to be in the other room when he was cooking it. And I'm like, there's no way I can't do this. And I continued to go on the standard American diet. I kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, you know what? It's in your head, Jen. You really need to step it up for your family. The animals are here. God gave them to you. You're supposed to eat them. They're good for you. And I'm like, suck it up. Do it again. And I told Carrie, I'm like, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it for 30 days. Like you said, 30 days, anybody can do anything for 30 days. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it for 30 days. And in my head, I'm ashamed to say it. I said, on that 30th day, I'm going to have a piece of cheesecake. Well, guess what? I didn't, and I haven't, and I feel amazing. So it was all in my head, and it's still hard. Carrie calls me a cheap date. If we go out somewhere to eat something, I'll get a cheeseburger. I'm still not into steak. It's just like the texture and the flavor and all that. I'm not really into. So I eat a lot of cheeseburgers and a lot of eggs. And yes, I eat cheese. So it's kind of helped me get through. So.
That's so good. That's so good. So that was your second attempt, and it did go better. Did you do electrolytes?
I started with it, yes. And I think that's also what helped with keeping the migraines down was I don't remember. We were doing like the keto drops, I think it was, and started some other things. But yeah, one of the other harder thing was dropping soda. I would normally have like 2 or 3 sodas a day, and I hated caffeine. I mean, I hated coffee. I needed my caffeine, but I hated coffee. So it was a big switch from drinking soda to jump into coffee. But yeah, every morning I had electrolytes, or if I was feeling down or if I was tired, I would take some electrolytes and it would like totally perk me up.
Yeah. Gloria del Valle Wilder says, my headaches went away when I went carnivore, although my headaches weren't bad. I did get them every like 3 weeks. I ended up throwing away my big bottle of Costco Advil as they expired. I would buy one of those jam bottles 4 times a day. I haven't bought since January 2020.
Love it. Yes. I love it. I mean, especially with all the stuff you're hearing about Tylenol now. It's like somebody commented on one of Emma's videos, your mom used to take, pop Tylenol like it was M&Ms. And I'm like, I did. What's your point? I haven't in 600 days. I have not taken a Tylenol or an Advil. I took Tylenol so much that my body got used to it. And I literally had to switch to something else. That's how bad it was getting. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm very thankful that I don't have to take that anymore. So congratulations. That's amazing. I love hearing stories like that.
Yes, we love them too. All right. So put your questions in the chat, please. If you have any questions. Let's see. I do have more questions, but just all right. Tell me, because I've heard you, of course, I'm a fan of the channel or where you guys are. So I do watch as much as I can, not as much as I could, I guess, lately. But tell me about mental clarity and focus. Have you seen a change in that?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Mental clarity.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, so people who know me or people that don't know me, Carrie and I have been together since we were 14, and I thought I was a good wife. But now I kind of look back at things and I'm like, okay, I could have done stuff better. I birthed triplets. I had my oldest daughter, Lily, and I'm like, there's so many things that I wish I could have done different, or I wish I would have known. Like you're in a fog. Like you don't know what you don't know. Like I tell my mom that all the time. I'm like, you don't know how much better you could feel if you tried this, or how many things you could get done. It's like, um I wake up in the morning and I'm happy to be alive, and I get up earlier than I used to, and I go to bed later than I used to, and I don't take naps throughout the day. So my mental clarity, my brain fog has completely lifted, and it's just a game changer. It's unbelievable what the way of eating carnivore can do for you.
All right. I just realized we are having some technical difficulties in some of our channels, so I apologize. For some reason, the comment came through, whoever it was, but some of the channels are not transmitting the live stream. Anyways,
Okay.
uh, what? Let's talk about cravings.
Mm,
At the beginning, I don't know if you did have them, but let me know if you had them and what you did to manage that.
yeah. Oh, cravings. Yeah. I I don't know. I think I definitely had cravings, but I'm trying to think of how to word it. Like I'm not a skinny woman, but I've lost some weight, which wasn't really why I started carnivore. Um, but yeah, the cravings were always there. Like I had sugar cravings, and I liked pies. I think the thing that y'all are gonna hate me because we're all carnivore, but I do actually miss some vegetables, especially like around the holidays when my family used to have it. Like everybody would eating the turkey and the ham or whatever we had, and I would just be sitting there scarfing down all the vegetables. It's like when you see it around Christmas or Thanksgiving, you think about that, but it's like, but then you really think about it. You're like, do you really miss it? But um I guess the cravings was hard at first, because I've had them for I've tried every single diet, like anyone that you can think of. I tried and failed on. I even did keto. I lost probably 50 pounds on keto, and then obviously I gained it all back afterwards. But the cravings were bad at first. Like I was craving my soda. Like I really wanted to have something sugary, and then I'm like, oh, my vegetables or something, or everybody gets cravings, right? But you fight through it, and then you realize later on that you really didn't need it.
Okay.
I hope I'm answering this okay. I'm really nervous right now, so
You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Uh, let's see. I put it in there so I wouldn't forget while you were talking. So
sure.
leaving aside any intentional weight loss, I mean, you have lost weight, and we have noticed. We can go back and look. I don't know if you have at hand some pictures, uh, but did you notice any surprising or unexpected improvements in your hair, your skin, your nails that
Yeah.
you attribute to the diet change?
Right. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, when I did this way of life, I'm not calling it a diet. When I did this way of life, I lost 60 pounds so far. I know I have a ways to go, and I know I can lose a lot more, but I didn't do this way of life just to lose weight. Like you said, it was the hair and nails. My hair is getting thicker, it's getting longer. Everybody says my eyes are brighter. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Um, my skin, like I struggled with really bad acne my whole life. My skin is a lot clearer. My Okay, this is a really weird one. Like my teeth, you eat sugar your whole life, your teeth kind of get bad and gross, and you have to go to the dentist so many times. It's like I've noticed a change in my teeth. They seem whiter, they seem healthier, my gums are better. So I mean, there's so many positive things to the carnivore way. So yeah, I would say definitely I would attribute a lot of things. Like my skin for like my hands. I live in Wisconsin, right? It's winter right now. My hands would be normally really chapped and chafy and really hurting and like cracking and all that. Nada. This is the first year. Nothing. It's absolutely amazing.
The first time I had any problems with eczema was actually on a winter, was during medical school. I went to do a rotation during Christmas to New York, and I developed some eczema on
Mm.
my anticubital fossa, that uh, which I had not experienced before. And yes, the dry skin. I told you backstage, I am not a winter snow
Mhm.
lover. Uh, so I can't say I hate it because I don't really hate things, but
You
I
just like
strong
it.
I strongly dislike it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
I am too right now.
yeah. Managing Mary says hi from Milwaukee. How soon
Oh.
after starting did you start to notice a difference?
I would say actually, to be honest with you, like right away within the first week. Okay, so I didn't know it because I was sleeping. You don't really know when you're sleeping, but I would snore really, really loud and I would wake Carrie up. I would wake the girls up and I wouldn't even know it. Like, because obviously you're sleeping. You don't know if you snore or not. Carrie went behind my back. He showed me afterwards, but he would do before, like I was snoring and it was really embarrassing. And he's like, I literally within the first week, probably maybe 6 or 7 days into carnivore, he taped me again and he's like, I had to like feel your nose and make sure you were breathing because you didn't snore at all. So I mean that was huge right away. So I mean right away off the bat, it was the snoring went away. My inflammation was going away right away. I could walk better. I mean, literally within the first week to the first month is when I started seeing things. It was amazing. And hi from Milwaukee. We're not too far from you, so hopefully sometime we can catch up.
Yeah, when I went to Montello on Sunday, I went to a baseball game in Milwaukee that I drove. It's a couple of hours from where you guys live. All right.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Yeah, you saw the Brewers. Yeah, we're about 2 hours from Milwaukee.
all right. So, again, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Uh, so, social gatherings, meals,
Mm.
Thanksgiving, Christmas. You guys already have gone through a few since you went carnivore, multiple of them,
Yeah.
birthdays.
Mhm.
How do you handle those situations? Or
Yeah.
are people starting not to go to your house because
That's that's the funny part. So, yeah, this Thanksgiving we really didn't have. I mean, it was just my Carrie, my husband, and then my girls for Thanksgiving. Nobody wanted to come. My mom was gonna come, and she's like, "What do you got to eat?" I'm like, think about that, mom. I'm like, we're gonna have a turkey and maybe some ribeye. And she's like, well, what about the stuffing? What about the corn? What about the potatoes? And I'm like, yeah, we don't need that. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to eat? And I'm like, why don't you try it? you know, and we did
well,
eat.
she can always bring it.
She can, but then I still see her hurting herself or and then she's embarrassed or I'm not going to make all this just for me. So needless to say she didn't come. But we had Easter at my aunt's house and the whole family was there and they all knew that we were all carnivore, at that time. And we brought slow cooked meat and everybody's looking at us like, yeah, that looks disgusting, I'm not going to eat that. Within the hour, it was all gone. And everybody's like, what's the recipe? I'm like, okay, you take a chuck roast, you literally chuck it in your slow cooker, and you put butter in it. Well, what about the spices and the seasoning? And I'm like, there's nothing in there. There's salt and butter. So it was like, they were like so shocked by it. They're like, oh my gosh, we can actually do this. We can eat this. This sounds great. And I'm like, yeah, think about what you can do. It was funny because everybody's like, what's the recipe? I'm like, you throw it in, you put some butter in it, and you let it cook. So it was funny because people don't understand how easy it can be and how actually delicious it is. So
Some
it's
people, depend a lot on the salt and
yeah,
on the flavorings of whatever the spices it is, and
right.
on the sweetness if they drink coffee, for example, or tea, and they can't do without. They can't. It is a strange notion to,
Yeah,
okay, you're gonna just put salt on that steak. That's
right,
it.
right. It's just funny to see their faces when they're like, "What did you put on it?" "Oh, it's just salt and butter." Really? So, oh, okay. And it kind of like makes them think like, "Oh, maybe I don't need all that stuff, or maybe I can look better or feel better." So it's kind of neat when you have people's wheels turning in their heads thinking, "Well, maybe I can do it." It's actually funny at the movie theater that we own, I became friends with quite a few people, and over the last year I've been noticing they've been coming in and they're not having popcorn, they're not having soda, they're ordering pork rinds, or they're getting beef sticks, or just a water. So it's really cool seeing that people actually are trying, and then they come in later on and they're thriving from it. And I'm like, okay, so this is working. We're telling people and they're getting it. So it's kind of neat that way.
Your day-to-day energy levels,
Mm.
are they are they always good, or there's some days where you may feel like you need a little bit more of
Oh
a
yeah,
pick
for
me
sure.
up? What do you
Mhm.
do?
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely have days like those. Up and down, up and down. It's 100% better than what it used to be. But of course, everybody gets their ups and downs. But um I just Coach Lisa is amazing. She's the one that told me, if you do get, fatigue or a little bit tired or something, you can add a lemon to your water. Or, if you start getting some sort of a headache or something, you can put a little bit of salt underneath your tongue. But the energy level is just through the roof. Like, I am surpassing, like, even my kids. They're teenagers, and I'm like staying up later than them. I'm going to bed, waking up earlier than them. It's absolutely amazing. I would scream it through the rooftop if I could, to know. I wish I could go back and yell at myself, especially when I had my girls, try this way, raise them this way, and just like, I did a video on it where I literally just saw a park and I started bawling. And I'm I don't know, I have a tough exterior. I'm a baby inside, but I have a tough exterior. So when I looked at the park, I just started crying. I'm like, boy, I was a good mom, but I could have been so much better if I would have known this way of life. Just because the energy level, it's like taking care of 4 kids by yourself. It takes a lot out of you. So if I would have known now what I know then, so, but the energy has been through the roof. Absolutely amazing.
So you've mentioned, of course, the rest of your immediate family. What have you noticed in them
Mm.
when they went carnivore?
Wow. Okay. All right. So, well, my daughter Lily, she has been on and off, on off, on off. She knows it works, but she's just still has the sugar addict in her. She had, I mean, you can help me out. I call it HS. I'm not sure what it's called. Hydro something. I don't know.
Hidradenitis
Thank you.
suppurativa.
Thank I have a doctor, so thank you. But she had there for many, many years, and I would take her to doctors, and they would give her pill after pill, and they actually gave her steroid shots, and nothing helped. And she did carnivore for strictly for a month, and her HS cleared up on her back, so that was a huge thing. Emma struggled with anxiety, bad acne. Now she'll just talk to you. She'll talk to the world. She'll be so happy. Alyssa, like, completely changed, like, her attitude. Like, she was always like stuck in her room, she didn't want to be bothered by anybody, very depressed, open and loving, and always out and talking. Same thing with Katie's more ketovore, so she has a little bit of other things that we don't eat. But just, again, just the anxiety is gone, just the level of their patience has gone up. And then with Carrie, everything, the depression lifted, the anxiety lifted. um it's been 100% changed for the whole family, which is amazing, which kills me because, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever, they see us thriving and then they don't want to try it. They're too scared.
They, it's a mix of lack of understanding,
Yeah.
number one. Uh, Sometimes some people may get a little bit jealous that,
Mm.
you're improving your health and I'm not willing to do that, but I want to, you know, anyways, people have weird behaviors very often. All right. We have a question here. And Letty Samano, I guess. Question: I'm struggling to start carnivore. Please tell me what is the best way to begin. Thank you. Big fan of you guys. And Carrie too.
Oh, thank you. Oh boy. So I'm not a doctor. I can only tell you what really worked for me. Um, I guess what started for me was getting my why. Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to try to change? And my why was my girls and my family. So I guess the best way for you to start is get a journal, write down why you want to do it. And then when you're going to struggle or you're going to think I'm going to have that cheat date or I'm really want that sugar or whatever it is, you look at that journal and you look at your why and think, okay, I'm doing this because. I think that is a really big thing for you. I'm sorry, it was for me. It was a big thing for me to write it down and to know my why. My why is my family. I want to be here for them. Sorry, I haven't talked so much before. I want to be here for them. I want to walk, watch them walk down the aisles. I don't want Carrie to have to push me in a scooter everywhere. So I would say figure out what your why is and then join a group. Carrie and this team have an amazing group that you can join. Sorry. Once you get in the community, you're not going to stop. Sorry.
The community you're talking about is the Healing Humanity .live is the address, right? And go there and become a member. You guys have, I have lost count of how many weekly Zoom calls you have. You have a bunch and in all kinds of subjects. So it is very helpful. It's very good.
Right,
And
thank you. I just texting Carrie. I'm like, can you bring me some water, please? So thank you for saying that. I'm not used to talking this much. I don't know. Carrie does it all day. Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
I what you said is very important, right? Find out your why.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's one of my whys.
There you go.
Family is the
Exactly.
most important thing. Family is the most important thing,
Yep,
and
for sure. Yeah, so
so
that's one huge thing is just figure out your why and everything will fall in place. Join the group. Thank you for talking about it. I was having an issue.
so if someone, this particular question touched a little bit on this. Someone struggling to start or thinking about starting. Now, you were vegetarian almost one day, and next day you were trying to do carnivore the
Yep.
first time. Would you advise someone who wants to start to go slowly and gradually, or just to jump into it?
No, that's a really good point. So I tried ketovore before this, but it was still just vegetables. I didn't eat any meat. It was more cutting out the carbs. Getting rid of the potatoes or getting rid of the pasta. Limiting myself to 20 carbs or less a day. So that was ketovore for me. So I would suggest if you haven't done anything like this before, slowly ease into it. Try keto first, let your body adjust to it, and then go. I mean, if I didn't do keto before, I don't think I would have been able to jump directly into it like that. And I don't encourage it because I'm afraid if you fall off the wagon like I did the first time I tried, you'd be like, yeah, this isn't for me. And then you'll give up on it. So I think that's really important.
And that that basically what it does is avoids maybe having big symptoms of what we call the keto flu or
Mm.
carbohydrate withdrawal. Uh, I had been personally been doing strict keto for a while, and I on more than one occasion when I've done keto and when I finally went carnivore, I just jumped into it. I didn't have any keto flu symptoms. Today's 887 days for me.
Wow, congratulations.
So I had a ribeye steak this morning for
Okay,
breakfast.
wonderful.
Uh, so you mentioned you've been doing this for over 600 days, right?
Yep.
And Kerry is approaching 1,000 days.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know exactly his days because he's 101 days more than me.
Oh,
So
really?
988 days for Kerry.
Okay.
All right. All right. So if you have any other questions, please put them in the chat. Let me see if we have any questions in the chat here. Um, Tell me the three more common things that you eat in a day or
Okay.
in a week. You know,
No, that's
what is the go-to for you usually?
okay. Yeah, so I still don't like steak. I'm more of a weird one, even 600 days in, where I eat a lot of burgers and I have a lot of eggs. So that's basically what my diet is. And then I throw some coffee in there too. So I eat a lot of burgers. My go-to, like if I'm out and about, I go to Culver's. It's pretty clean there, so I like their food. And yeah, I do a lot of fasting too. Like it's 2:30 here. I haven't eaten anything all day. I kind of fast throughout the day. So I will first start eating between I'll probably eat between I would say 2 and 6, and then I'll quit, and then I'll just fast until the next day. I don't one other thing that I really noticed on this is I don't eat as much as I used to. I am already full from previous food, or I have, the weight on me that I need to lose anyway. So it's like an added benefit, I guess. So I don't really eat a lot, but if I do eat a lot, my go-to is burgers and eggs. And I've learned a lot of way to make different kind of eggs. And I eat steak and I can tolerate it. I'm not ready. I don't know. I need to get over it. I guess it's a hump for me. It's just the texture of
But
it.
but
So,
you have a lot of ground beef
oh
basically.
yeah.
You have burgers and you guys make power balls. So you do have the ground beef, but the steak you're still leery on that,
It's
right?
just it's just more the texture. Like for my burgers, they have to be really well done, like really, really well done. But I can eat like slow cooked. Like my favorite thing is throwing in the chuck roast in the slow cooker and leaving it overnight. And for the extra fat and all that, I'll eat some extra butter on the side too. So, um, yeah, yeah, I think it's better that way because then Carrie can have more more of the steaks, and I don't have to prepare it for him. I can just throw it's so easy because you can just throw your burger or whatever you want in your air fryer and then it's ready to go. Or, your eggs, it takes a couple of minutes to cook those. So
Yeah, the chuck roast recipe seems very difficult to,
I
you
have to
take
write
it.
it down for you.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Take it out of the refrigerator, put it in the slow cooker.
Yep.
Don't forget to turn it on.
Right. Make sure you add your butter. Put the lid on.
Yes. What is your favorite book to read?
Oh, geez. I'm so busy I haven't had a chance to read a book. I actually love ghost stories, believe it or not. So the last couple books, I think last year Carrie bought me probably like 10 different books on like ghost stories, haunted things, something like that. It's just it intrigues me. I don't know. I would have to say that. But I haven't, yeah, I've been so busy with things I haven't been able to read lately, but That would be my go-to.
Okay. Well, Ribeye Ranger, you started the day before me, I guess, because
Oh,
it's 8:87 for me.
way to go, Jim.
Uh, all right. Question here.
Hmm.
My mother also hated steak, but could eat small burgers. Why is a burger preferable to steak? I admit to eating rare meats myself.
Hmm. Oh, Rick, I don't know. um, well, like I said, I was a vegetarian my whole life, so it's not really the aspect of eating something that was alive. It's more of the texture of it, I guess. I'm more used to being vegetarian, which is softer. You didn't have to chew on anything really. So, um, maybe that's it. I don't know. But like when I have my patties, as I mentioned, they have to be more well done. Like with Carrie and other people, they like rare steak. I couldn't do that. Mine has to be completely cooked. I also don't eat iguanas either, so I don't know. um yeah, I really have no answer for that one. I don't know. I've never really cared for steak. I think
I guess
the
the texture is the main thing,
yeah,
probably.
it is. Yeah, because I know a burger is basically the same thing, but it's just a little ground up better.
Well, he also put in here, my mom also like well done. I would never
Oh.
eat an iguana. Okay. All right. Question for you.
Hmm.
How does she cleanse her system other than fasting?
I don't. Uh, Lots of water. I don't. I really don't. I don't know.
So you mentioned you have a window of eating, and do are you eating throughout those few hours, or do you have a big meal and may have something extra later?
It all depends how my day is, like how hungry I am. Like I didn't eat any, like I said, I didn't eat anything today so far. I'm not hungry. I might go the whole day without eating anything. I just try to keep my window closed at no later than 7 at night. Um, I don't know. I don't really know how other way I clean my system. I like fasting. I didn't beat Dr. Nelson or Dr. Kiltz, that's for sure, but I started out my first time I did a dry fast, which means no water, no food, no nothing. I did 6 days. And then on that 6.5 day, my body's like, okay, yeah, you need to have something. So you definitely need to listen to your body. But I like fasting. I love it. Like it gives you, I don't know, it gives you more energy, it gives you more clarity. It sounds counterintuitive actually, but um I love doing it.
Have you
How long
tried
did you go for, Dr. Nelson?
22 days?
Oh jeez.
Now,
Oh,
this is I know you have gotten this comment before. You must have, but let's see uh, what you say. Nancy Chandler says, Jen, I really think that you will get past your adversity to steak if you try the medium rare ribeye. Have
mm.
you attempted to have a rare, medium rare?
Carrie likes it rare, and every once in a while he'll put a piece on my plate and just be like, just try it. And I do, and it the taste isn't bad. It's just again the texture. Like if it's I think if it's more rare, it's like harder to chew, I guess. I don't know. I don't like things harder or
This
harder to
is me.
chew.
I'm not saying this is everybody, but
Yeah.
I find if my steak is rare, medium rare, or black and blue, it's
Okay.
easier to chew for me.
Really?
It's softer, easier
Hmm. Okay.
uh, to chew. Well cooked steak, it's harder for me to not only chew but also digest.
Okay. Well, I
Um,
will give it a try. Nancy and Dr. Nelson. I'll try that because maybe Carrie makes a steak a day, so maybe I'll try it today and see.
so you've mentioned lymphedema a few times, and I think we have a question relating to that here.
That's kind of a funny
Lynn
question.
Jenkins, please tell me how often you use your vibration plate and has it helped you?
100% helped me. And I'm laughing because it used to be under my desk where I sit and I work all day. And Emma actually pulled it out, put it in the living room, and we've been using it. I actually used it for, well, it goes for about 15 minutes each time. I think I used it 3 or 4 times already just today. I try to use it at least once a day, and it has definitely 100% helped me, especially with my lymphedema in my legs. When I'm feeling kind of like, I don't know, tired or groggy or just my legs are hurting, I'll jump on there for a little bit. And I have to say, huge shout out to Bill Knott. And because he was the one that introduced Carrie and I to that. And I think the whole family really loves it. I actually bought one for my brother for Christmas last year because he wanted to take mine. But I love it. I highly recommend it. I think it definitely helps. Whether you sit on a chair and you just put your feet on it, or if you stand, I think it helps immensely for sure.
Okay. How about other meats? And we do have a related question
Oh,
here. Do you eat fish?
I yeah. I can I that one's hard to answer because I don't think I've honestly ever had fish. Like maybe when I was young, maybe like
You
4 or
you went to
5.
Alaska. You went to Alaska and you didn't have salmon?
No, and Bill's amazing brother brought us some fresh salmon too, and I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It looked amazing, but I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't want it. Emma had it and she thought it was amazing. She's trying to get me to do fish. I don't know. I'm very picky. I'm very bullheaded. So it takes me a while to start with something new. But I like the idea of trying the steak more rare or medium. I'm gonna try it again and give it another go. And with fish, I don't know. It sounds gross. Like I don't know.
I like it. I eat usually salmon and I have it raw, sashimi style. Uh,
Okay.
how about goat, lamb, chicken?
Yeah, I like chicken and I like turkey. Um, but it doesn't have a lot of fat in it, so I kind of try to stay away from that. Or if I do, I put a lot of butter into it as well. Um, I don't think I could do lamb. I don't know. I will not touch bacon. Like a lot of people make fun of me, like, "Oh, why can't you eat bacon?" It's just I don't really know. I'm not ready for it yet. I guess I don't know. It's a pig, so.
If you eat bacon, it's I consider it maybe you should if you have it as a treat a little
Mm,
bit because there are better wholesome meats to eat than bacon, but a lot of people love it. A lot of people love it because it has sugar and they buy the regular bacon and
okay.
all right. So Nina Paul Mojican, I'm trying to see if that's correct, but carnivore for 3 years. I'm 62, just had complete labs done. Everything was perfect. Other than older and younger sisters are addicted to colonizer cocaine, which is sugar. Sugar is very, very addictive and it's
Yeah.
a complete legal substance, right? So nobody bats an eye when you have, people will see you eating only a plate of hamburgers or burger patties,
Mhm.
and they don't bat an eye when we just went through holidays, right? And I was at a place where there was ice cream, dessert, cheesecakes, all the cookies. I think I
Mhm.
didn't look at them. I'm not tempted by those things anymore.
Good.
But other members of my family, oh, I'm gonna have some ice cream and
Yeah.
cake, and anyways, so yeah, I mean, all right, so
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's not really funny, but it's kind of ironic that when you're heavy and you're struggling and you got migraines, people don't bat an eye at you, but when you show them that you're eating a stick of butter or you're eating meat and you're not having any of the sugar and you're losing weight, then they're like, why are you you're gonna kill yourself, you're gonna die. I'm like, how am I gonna die from not eating sugar and all that other bad stuff out there? I'm like, I lost weight, my migraines are gone, my lymphedema's gone away. I'm like, I don't understand it. It's the ironic things. I think more people see you doing it and they're like, instead of them seeing themselves do it, they just want to try to bring you down, sadly. So
What 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 are the most, I don't know, outlandish things that you've heard from friends, family about the way you're eating?
they think it's crazy. They're like, you can't just eat steak, or I don't eat steak, but it like you can't just eat meat. You're gonna kill yourself. Wait, what? You don't have any pasta? You don't have any vegetables? What about your fiber? I'm like, they're like, I had somebody come up to me at the theater. They're like, okay, we know you're carnivore. We've been watching you for a while. What about your fiber? How do you poop? And I'm like, okay, seriously? I'm like, all right, let's get into this. And I think I helped change her mind in a way, because she was like, I can't go to the bathroom. My doctor tells me to eat fiber. And I'm like, if you really, I'm like, go watch Homestead How, go watch Carrie. He talks all about fiber and why it's not good for you. And it's just funny how people say stuff like that or react to what you're eating. Like a lot of family members, they'll be eating like cake and cookies and stuff, and just their thing is just take a bite. We won't tell Carrie. I'm like, no, I'm doing it for Carrie, right? It's not for me, right? I'm not trying to make myself better. I'm like, I could care less if he saw me eating something. It's just the fact that they're like pushing it on you, like, oh, you got to eat this, or what about your fiber? Don't you miss vegetables? Or I'm like, no, the way I feel, I don't miss any of that. So so it's frustrating, I guess, to say the least, when people come up to you and say stuff like that, like they don't understand what they eat is
So
killing them.
I think Booby Goats did make a comment. I think I sort of lost it, but uh, when you decide to eat the steak,
Okay.
make a video, and cook it medium rare,
Okay.
and see. And you don't have to eat the
Oh,
whole steak;
yeah.
just a few thin slices
Yeah.
with some salt, maybe a little bit of butter, and see.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
try to have a few bites. I mean,
I'm gonna
listen,
try it. Yeah.
you do you, and I'm suggesting this, but you don't have to. you
Yeah.
you are on the Jen's way of eating, okay?
Yep.
And lately, some people who were more traditional carnivores have gone on to add a lot of carbs
Mm.
of different kinds. Now, many years ago, Dr. Saladino had done that, and
Mhm.
some people lately have been doing that. You do you. That's the way you feel the best. I
Yeah.
personally have had a lot of success, but I can't go back because I'm gonna go back to having all the problems I had before.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. Like, think about what you've overcome and what you've lost or what you've gained. It's like, I don't want to go back to that again.
then I'm surprised you
Oh,
tried the ice cream MMA with salt there. I got addicted to the carnivore ice cream and I'm still fighting it.
I felt so bad because when we were at Dr. Kiltz's house last year, he made ice cream and I didn't get any of it. And I'm like, oh, I got to try this. And Emma made some Dr. Kiltz ice cream and I didn't try it. And she's like, she got me, she was filming. So I'm like, I have to. And it was really good. And it was with the salter. If you guys didn't check it out, go check it out. It was amazing. It was some sort of chocolate coffee mix, but she made ice cream out of it. And if you gave me that versus what I remember ice cream tasted like, I'm like, it was pretty close. I mean, I was really expecting it not to be very good, with the raw eggs and stuff, but I loved it.
If you have a problem, if that's a triggering food for you, please don't do it. But some people can have it. Nancy, Dr. Kills has not added carbs. Absolutely not. There was even an article that came out on, I don't know if it was some vegan publication. They gave me the link where they talk about Dr. Kills just making a 180-degree switch from his carnivore diet. It's not true.
Yeah.
He has always talked about his ice cream. Look at his books.
Mm-hmm.
And he does say, I add a little bit of cane sugar or honey. He has said it before for years. For years, he has mentioned having occasionally a fry, potato fry in tallow and dipped in butter. And these are things he has been doing for a long time. The major change he did was from exclusively eating beef to basically adding some salmon and occasionally having some other meat. He has not added carbs at all, as opposed to some others who have openly said, I've added fruits, vegetables, or whatever. But, you know, you do what's best for
Yeah.
you, and you don't have to be dogmatic about it. You should be dogmatic in the sense that if you know a food is not good for you, that has caused you harm, don't eat it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that really shouldn't be. Don't even do it as a treat. You know that this particular food is damaging to you.
Mm-hmm.
Eliminate it. Okay? Like the old joke, you know, someone comes to the doctor and says, Doctor, when I do this, it hurts. Well, stop doing that. You know, it's easy. Sounds funny and kind of stupid, but it's easy.
Right.
Uh,
It, like you said, to each their own. He doesn't, but if he does, what's it gonna hurt you? I mean, I love the man. I love Dr. Nelson. I love Dr. Kiltz. I met Dr. Kiltz a while ago. I came to the theater a few times. I loved him from the day that Carrie interviewed him, and he's like, "I'm in, by the way, for the documentary." I'm like, Carrie, I love that guy. He's so amazing, and I got to see Dr. Nelson and Dr. Kiltz at Hack Your Health. And I can tell you, I'm not telling you how much this girl weighs, but we saw each other, we ran to each other, and he literally picked me up, guys and gals. He literally picked me up and like swung me up in the air. I was
I
just
saw
like,
the video. I
I
saw the
was
video.
so amazed. And I'm like, okay, I'm married, right? So, but I was feeling this. I'm like, holy cow, you are jacked, buddy. I'm like, so, for somebody that's older and is doing something for his health and he's showing everybody how well he's doing, if so and so wants to throw something back in, or so and so someone else wants to do something, you need to do you. We're not worried about, I'm not worried about what Dr. Nelson eats. He's not worried about what I eat. You do what you need to do for yourself. So if somebody wants to throw something back in and it's not going to hurt them, please let them do it. Maybe somebody needs to put something back in their diet. Like for me physically, I know if I have a soda, let's say, rather than my coffee, I'm going to keep going for more soda and more soda. I'm going to jump off this bandwagon. I'm just going to totally lose it. So it's all to each their own. Don't, you just follow your heart and what you want to do. But as far as Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Nelson, all the doctors out there that are super amazing and are going the right track, thank you to them. So if you hear something, don't like spread rumors or lies or something, but embrace everybody. So that's all I'm saying about that. But I just thought it was funny. But yeah, thank you. He did pick me up, and I'm like, holy cow, that was really something. So
Well, Jen, thank you very much for doing this.
yeah,
Uh, I know you have been with Kerry multiple of his live streams, but this was the first you do outside of your own channels.
it
So
was. Yeah.
thank you very
Well,
much for
thank
doing
you
that.
for making it easy. This was fun. I'm like, when do you want to do it again?
Where can people find you here? By the way, go ahead and plug anything you want to plug, including Emma's creams and stuff. Go ahead.
You like it, right? I told him that your beautiful wife. I'm like, we need to send you some more for like Christmas or something. Yeah, thank you. So a lot of people know Emma and Katie. They're my daughters. They make compassionate carnivore products. They are 100% natural. When I was talking about my hands before and how they used to be so cracked and not doing well, I put their tallow on every day. It's 100% natural. You can find them at compassionatecarnivore.store. But thank you for that. You can find me. I'm more in the background. But the documentary, I'm trying to help out a little bit on that. You can always visit that healinghumanity.movie. They are on the editing stage right now. A lot of people ask Carrie, what's going on? When is it going to come out? They're talking early spring, sometime next year. You have to think this is a year that they're following people. So you can't follow Bill Knott, let's say. Amazing Bill Knott went from 700 pounds to 350. Amazing guy. You can't just follow him for 2 months and be like, okay, we're done. So the documentary has taken over a year to do, but I cannot wait for it to come out. I get to see all the background and I cry every time I see whatever they filmed. I'm like sitting there bawling no matter how many times I see it. So I can't wait for it to come out. But if you want to donate or watch the trailers or anything like that, you can go to healinghumanity.movie. But thank you, Dr. Nelson, for taking the time out to talk with me. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to talk about, feel free to reach out on, Carrie's channel, Homestead How, and I would love to talk to you guys more. So thank you, everybody, for listening to me and asking your questions and making me feel comfortable and at home, so to speak.
Again, thank you for being here. Have a great day. And those who are members of the Kiltz Tribe community, we'll see you at 5:30 in our Zoom call, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Nelson. Appreciate you.
Thank you for being here again.
Of course. Thank you.
And eat meat.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.